Hello everyone and welcome to the daily morning podcast of SBI Securities. So friends, let's discuss how the markets closed on Wednesday. Sensex closed higher by 150 points to settle at 79,106. Nifty marginally closed higher by 4 points to settle at 24,144. Nifty Mid Cap 100 and Small Cap 100 declined by 0.6% and 0.58% respectively. Moving on to the top 5 gainers and losers on Nifty. So the gainers were TCS, HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra and Infosys. Whereas the top 5 losers were Divi's Laboratory, Hero Motocorp, Coal India, Ultratech Cement, Dr. Reddy's Laboratory. Talking about BSE sector-wise advance and decline. So BSE IT, Consumer Durable, Consumer Discretionary, Auto advanced from the range of 0.04% to 1.41% with BSE IT gaining the most, whereas BSE Financial Services, Telecommunication, Bankex, FMCG, Reality, Cap Goods, Healthcare, Industrials, Utilities, Services, Oil and Gas, Power, Energy, Metals declined from the range of 0.08% to 1.51% respectively. Moving on to the market breadth, around 1,442 stocks advanced, whereas 2,485 stocks declined. Talking about 52-week high, around 178 stocks scaled new 52-week high, whereas 66 stocks scaled new 52-week low. Talking about FI and DI, so FI's net sold to the tune of rupees 2,595 crores in the cash market on Wednesday, whereas DI net bought rupees 2,236 crores in the cash market on Wednesday. Talking about the global cues, the US benchmark indices overnight closed sharply higher as upbeat July retail sales data and lower than expected CPI boosted the investor sentiments. July retail sales growth jumped 1% month on month versus expectation of 0.3%, the highest since Jan 23, indicating no immediate threat of US recession. CPI reading at 2.9% below the consensus expectations of 3% also fueled the tech rally as Nasdaq ended over 2.3% gains. The Asian markets are currently trading largely in green and hence we expect a gap up start for our market today. Moving on to the quarterly earnings, so here we'll discuss about the companies who declared their quarterly earnings, that is 1Q FY25 post market hours on Wednesday. So first is Landmark Pharmaceuticals. So the consolidated revenue was up 6.85% YOY. EBITDA and net profit were up by 34% and 97% YOY. EBITDA margin expanded 371 basis points and stood at 18.13% versus 14.4%. So overall, good set of numbers declared by Glenmark Pharmaceuticals, therefore positive for the company in short term. Reliance Power, consolidated revenue was up 4.1% YOY. EBITDA was up 5.8% YOY. Margin stood at 32.6% versus 32.1%. The company reported a net loss of rupees 97.8 crores versus a loss of 296 crores. So a decent set of numbers. Therefore, we expect a positive reaction in today's trade. PT Engineering, the consolidated revenue was up 32% YOY. EBITDA and net profit were up by 56 and 50% YOY. Therefore, the company declared, so overall the numbers declared by PT Engineering were strong. Therefore, we expect a positive reaction in today's trade. Equinox India Developments, so the consolidated revenue was up 98% YOY. The company reported an EBITDA loss of 31 crores versus a loss of 58 crores. And it reported a net loss of rupees 28 crores versus 679 crores. So overall, strong set of numbers declared by the company. Therefore, we expect a positive reaction in today's trade. KIOCL, so the company, the standalone revenue was down 71% YOY. The company reported an EBITDA loss of 49 crores versus a loss of 64 crores. And it reported a net loss of rupees 51 crores versus 58 crores YOY. So overall, weak set of numbers declared by KIOCL. Therefore, we expect a negative reaction in today's trade. Entero Healthcare Solutions, the consolidated revenue was up 22% YOY. EBITDA was up 24% YOY. And the net profit stood at 20.5 crores versus 6.4 crores. EBITDA margin stood at 2.8% versus 2.8%. So overall, neutral set of numbers. Therefore, we expect a muted reaction. Capacity Infra Projects, the consolidated revenue was up 32.6%. EBITDA and net profit were up by 53% and 180% YOY. And EBITDA margin expanded 255 basis points and stood at 18.94% versus 16.4%. So overall, decent set of numbers declared by Capacity Infra Projects. Therefore, we expect a positive reaction in today's trade. KNR Constructions, the consolidated revenue was up 0.4% at rupees 985 crores. The EBITDA and net profit were up by 29% and 25% respectively. So overall, good set of numbers declared by KNR Construction. Therefore, we expect a positive reaction in today's trade. Suntech Reality, the consolidated revenue stood at 316 crores versus 71 crores. EBITDA stood at 31 crores versus a loss of 7 crores YOY. And the company reported a net profit of rupees 23 crores versus loss of 7 crores. So strong set of numbers declared by Suntech Reality. So positive for the company in short term. Now, let us talk about the stocks which are likely to be in focus today. Vedanta and Hindustan Zinc. So Vedanta is to sell 3.31% stake in Hindustan Zinc through OFS via stock exchange mechanism. Hindustan Zinc opened its OFS for 13.37 crore shares and set floor price at rupees 486 per share. So overall neutral for the company. Max India, the company approved raising up to rupees 250 crores to multiple instruments. So overall neutral to marginally positive for the company in long term. Lupin, the company received US FDA tentative approval for ANDA for brimodine tartrate. So positive for Lupin in long term. Powermech Projects, the company has received rupees 114 crores order from Coastal Energen for operation and maintenance of 1200 megawatt coal-based thermal power plant, namely Mutiara Thermal Power Plant, owned by Coastal Energen. So positive for the company in short term. Strides Pharma Science, the company has dissolved its US unit Ultima Innovations as a part of an optimization exercise. So neutral for the company in short term. Paras Defense and Space Technologies, the company received 305 crores order from L&T for electro-optic system. So positive for the company in short term. Jindal Stainless, so the company has announced the commissioning of its nickel pig iron smelter facility located in an industrial park in Indonesia. So overall positive for the company in short term. Talking about the corporate action, so first we have his ex-record dividend for the following companies: Macrotech Developers, Apollo Hospital Enterprise, Thyrocare Technologies, Rosary Biotech, Power Grid, Page Industries, Bata India, Capital Small Finance Bank, Gland Pharma, Godrej Consumer Products, Apollo Hospital Enterprise, Bharti Hexacom, Coal India, Container Corporation of India. And second, we have his buyback for Serra Sanitary Ware and Dhanuka Agritech. Yeah, so that was all from the Fundamental Daily Morning Podcast of SBI Securities. Thank you for listening.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.